Baker Mayfield is completing about 66% of his passes. He's got 4 touchdowns and 2 interceptions on the season. We talking about Patrick Mahomes struggling. The brother got 16 touchdown passes. Baker got 4, but oh my Lord, stop the presses. Patrick Mahomes is here and Baker Mayfield, is here. Will you stop it? Here's the point that I'm trying to make. And Baker Mayfield tried to be slick with it too. Nobody is saying Baker Mayfield can't play. Nobody is saying he's some scrub. Nobody is trying to imply he can't be a quarterback, a starting quarterback in the National Football League. But can you win a Super Bowl with him? Well, technically, theoretically, based on what you're saying, I'm saying I get where you're coming from. But what I'm saying is the way I choose to answer that question is, are we going to get to there because of you? See, if Baltimore wins the Super Bowl, it's going to be because of Lamar Jackson. If Kansas City wins the Super Bowl in all likelihood, it's going to be because of Patrick Mahomes. If Green Bay is going to win the Super Bowl, it's going to be because of Aaron Rodgers. If Tampa Bay wins the Super Bowl, it's going to be because of Tom Brady. Okay, if L.A. wins the Super Bowl, we're going to give credit where credit is due to Matthew Stafford. I'm just talking about a quarterback being that dude. I'm not talking about whether you can start or not. If you got talent and we respect your talent, we respect Baker Mayfield. And by the way, he has grown, he has matured, he's gotten better. I'm wishing nothing but the best. The only time I root against him is when he's going against my Steelers. I respect the brother, but what I'm saying is he's not that dude. And I want to veer left a little bit because I want to say something why I saved this. I had this intel yesterday, okay? I saved this just for you, Dan, because I want you to know what's going on. Odell Beckham Jr. got to get the hell up out of there. He can't stay in Cleveland. He is open. And I know you know this because you watch the games more intimately than I do.
That's
now,
accurate.
it can't be, Dan Orlovsky, that Baker Mayfield is just growing and learning, or he's already there. Nah, Jarvis Landry ain't there. But Odell Beckham Jr. is. You dropped 42 points. You got this cat, Nick Chubb, running for 161 yards. You got him and Kareem Hunt in the backfield. You know the defense has to stay honest, and they got to stay at home because you know those brothers can run at any given moment. And you target Odell Beckham Jr. 3 times. He's been targeted 9 times, or like 16 times or whatever, over the last 3 or 4 games, 3 games he's been back. This is a man that is an electrifying talent. He's age 28. He's healthy, and I know you see the tapes. He is open, and he is not getting the damn ball. And I got something to tell you, Dan Orlovsky. I don't believe that's by accident. I believe it's on purpose. I'm going to make an accusation here. It's unfounded. It's just my personal opinion. If Baker Mayfield is as good as y'all say he is, why ain't that man getting the ball? Because you don't want to give him the ball. I think I got 3 teams, and I told them, put this up. I got 3 teams I want Odell Beckham Jr. to go to, and I hope they call for his services. It's the Packers with Aaron Rodgers. It's the Kansas City Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes, or it's the Buccaneers, and the Buccaneers don't really need him because they got Antonio Brown with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. So it's really the first 2 who I believe desperately need him. You talking Super Bowl. If Odell Beckham Jr. landed in Kansas City, I'm thinking Super Bowl. If Odell Beckham Jr. was an additional target for Aaron Rodgers with Devontae Adams, I'm thinking Super Bowl. He got to get the hell up out of Cleveland. I am making the accusation that it is intentional why that brother hasn't been found, because I know you watch the tapes, Dan, and you know that brother's been open, and there ain't no excuses for him not to get the ball more than we've seen him get the ball over these last 3 games. Floor is yours.
I'm gonna just speak to the tape. Can Odell Beckham be a top 5 receiver in the NFL anymore? Absolutely, unquestionably, yes.
Okay.
Can he do that in Cleveland? No.
No.
At the end of the, Stephen A., when you started to say this, my mind went to, what's the best game that we can recall Odell Beckham having as a Brown? And I can't think of a ton of big ones. Maybe the Cowboys game last year, yes. And we think about that reverse, right? So go back to last year. I was actually the first person that made the claim that I think Baker Mayfield played better with Odell off the field than on the field. And I made it very clear it was a Baker thing, not an Odell thing. Go back to the Cincinnati Bengal game last year when Odell gets hurt. They line up in a certain play, and on that play, Odell's got a go route. The only reason you throw that go route is because you got press corner, okay? He throws the ball to Odell because of the coverage. It's not press corner. He should never throw that ball to Odell. Then later on in that game, Odell comes back, makes a tackle, tears his ACL. Later on in that game, the Browns run the same exact play versus the same exact formation, same exact defense. He runs the play the right way. Baker Mayfield does. And in that moment, I said, something is going on. Something in your mind is saying, I got to get this ball to Odell. I think it's one of these situations, and this is an assumption by me, like Baker Mayfield has the personality that he's a people pleaser. He wants to be seen on the same level as these guys that are elites, right? OBJ is an elite.
Preach.
And he wants to get to the point where OBJ looks at him the same way he looks at OBJ.
That's right.
And I think he doesn't know how to get there.
That's exactly what it is.
I either force feed it to him or I don't give it to him. And I think there's that disconnect.
Dan, that's exactly the case. And I'm going to tell you something else, too. I believe, my personal belief, Molly and Dan, is that Odell Beckham Jr. knows that. And their relationship is like this. Odell going to work hard. He knows that he didn't do things all the way right when he was in New York. He ain't trying to make headlines or anything like that. I am making a public declaration. I'm making a public accusation. I believe that Baker Mayfield does this on purpose for exactly the reason that you said, Dan. He wants to be seen on the same level as Odell is viewed. He is compromising Odell Beckham Jr.'s career. Odell Beckham Jr. needs to get the hell up out of Cleveland. And Cleveland, you need to get him up out of there because Baker Mayfield is better off without him. Send Odell Beckham Jr. to Green Bay or Kansas City and call it a day. That's what needs to happen.
The trade deadline a couple days away.
Was it November 2nd?
Molly, real quick. I don't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
Yep.
I think two things need to be made clear. One, Baker is a better quarterback without Odell. That's just, and it's a Baker thing. It's not an Odell thing.
Okay. Right.
Two, I want to make sure everyone at home understands this. Odell Beckham can be a top 5 receiver in the NFL again.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.